Hey guys, welcome to Biscuits Total War. This is Biscuits giving you a 4 versus 4 online commentary battle. Again, this is 31k rules and I'm playing on the grassy flatlands. And if you're wondering why the grassy flatlands looks a bit odd, you might be thinking, well, the grassy flatlands hasn't been watered for a while. This is a little vegetation mod that I'm using, just basically spices up the grassy flatlands a bit, changes it slightly differently. And the next few videos that you'll see, I'll be using this mod. In fact, I might actually keep this mod going, so I quite like the difference in the background. After 5 or 6 years playing on the standard grasslands, it's nice to mix it up slightly. And I think, I could be mistaken, I think the background, the sky could be slightly different as well. It does look quite realistic. It may be that this is exactly the same as a normal sky and I've just never noticed it. But you guys let me know at the end of the day. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly introduce the builds, introduce the armies, and tell you a little bit about this battle. So, what have I got today? Well, I thought I'd be brave. I thought I'd bring the Carthaginians. The Carthaginians have got the Great Sacred Band unit. So, in 31k, you want to make sure that you're absolutely capitalizing on that. You want to make sure that you're using Sacred Bands because there's no other unit that they've really got that's anywhere close to the Sacred Bands. So I've got 15 of these bad boys and I've got 3 slingers and 2 cav units. My plan was I'm going to push forward with my infantry, use one of my slingers as a peeler screen, use the other 2 slingers with my cav unit, act as a flanking force to try and get some flanking shots on the opposition, gambling that what they do, they'll just basically run together and meet up at the centre, and as they're running to the centre, that will leave their flank, their sides open to my slingers to try and take some nice shots. That's what the plan was anyway. When it comes to my allies here, I'm playing alongside Beast. Now this isn't Beast of the Titans clan, this is the original Beast. This is Beast of the old Heaven clan. If you check out my old videos, I had a guy called Legion. Now Legion, Beast and Dest, I believe, are the guys who actually set up the Heaven clan several years ago. Beast rarely ever plays. Last time I played him was probably about 6 months, if not longer ago. So he made a little appearance for this video and the next couple of games that we played with him. So it's nice to see Beast is still playing Rome Total War. I'm sure some of the older players watching this replay will know who Beast is. So Beast sometimes goes underneath the name as Honor, or as you can see, Beast. So I've said the word Beast about 20 times there, but he's playing as the Greek faction. As you can see, he's brought 4 Cretans, he's brought 2 armoured generals, 10 Spartans and 4 armoured hoplites, so a nice even build. I'm playing alongside Polish Legion from the Heaven clan, and he's got 6 Gothic Cav, 4 Knight Raiders, 6 Chosen Axemen and 3 Berserkers. These 3 Berserkers are going to be the striking force of our team. And we're lastly playing alongside Zeto of the Heaven clan, or aka Raider. He has brought 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urbans. So let's have a little glance at our position. We're playing against Koda from the Heaven clan, who's brought the SPQR faction, and as you can see, he's got an armoured general and he's just running that around the side here to harass us. He's also brought 4 Praetorian Cav, 1 Archer it looks like, 1 Legionary first cohort I believe, and then therefore 13 Urbans. If we have a look at Wolves Parker, he's brought 4 Praetorian Cav, 2 Archer it looks like, and then the rest Urbans, so that leaves 13 Urbans if my mental arithmetic is correct. Sorry, and then if we have a quick look at the next guys, we've got Mohamed, and we've also got Beast. And if I have a quick glance at their builds, it looks like they've got exactly the same build. They each have 4 Praetorian Cav, 1 Legionary first cohort, and therefore they must have 15 Urbans. So they've got heavy infantry, and that's because they're going against myself and Beast. The Greek player. They need extra infantry to fight our pikes. And these guys have got archers to fight the Germans, and they've got a Legionary first cohort, the opposition here, just to try and boost their morale. So we'll start off the game. Opening gambit. I'm going to run my guys forward. I'm going to try and catch Beast off guard here and swing these guys around the side here just to try and get some flank shots. So I thought I might be able to shoot his back, his rear, and knock down a few of his urbans. So as I'm running my guys around, I realised to myself, hang on, my guys are too far forward, and if he does charge my guys, my little wing here, my round shield cav won't be able to attack these Praetorian cav. And I'm sure as I was thinking that, Beast also thought that at the same time, because Beast is a smart guy, not just a pretty face. He charges his guys, his Praetorian cav, into my guys here, and I realise, oh, shouldn't have done that. I'm going to try and run my guys back, and as I run my guys back, I'm going to get attacked by these Praetorian cav. So I'm going to get my infantry guys here to try and support these slingers here, but it's too little, too late. In comes Beast with his Praetorian cav. He's already got one of our slingers, and that's going to rout. So I'm going to charge in my cav here, knowing they're not going to win, but I'm hoping they might be able to stall these Praetorian cav, just so I can get my infantry into the mix. But my round shield cav, they're pretty weak. It's the equivalent to bringing a spoon to a knife fight. These guys are just going to instantaneously rout, and then the Praetorian cav are going to keep on pushing forward. They're just going to run my slingers off the battlefield. Now in comes the Greek player here. He's got his slingers, sorry, his Cretan archers. He's going to fire into the flanks of these Praetorian cav to try and cut down their numbers. But in comes Praetorian cav now to attack these Cretans, and then in comes Mohamed to attack. And now you can see the Greek player and myself, we're going to run our infantry to try and surround these Praetorian cav. But again, these Praetorian cav, they're really fast, they can run back out, and then as you can see, the Greek player is going to try and stall these Praetorian cav with his armoured general, and I'm going to try and throw in my infantry units, but it's going to be too little, too late. Now I was going to pause this for 2 moments. If you remember earlier on in the video, I mentioned that Koda had brought an armoured general. Now this armoured general was basically swinging around this side here. Now what he's going to do, he's going to do a nice little trick here. He's going to charge with this armoured general, not at these urbans, but at these Germans. A bit of alliteration there for you. So as this is all going on, Polish Legion, I'm guessing, is focusing over here and is trying to push back these Praetorian cav. But in comes Koda. He's going to charge straight in with his cav, as you can see. In they come. He's going to aim for these Berserkers. We haven't noticed this, and slap, bang, straight into these Berserkers. He's sacrificing this one unit, but this one unit has caused these 2 Berserkers now to run amok. Now that they run amok, Polish Legion can't actually command these Berserkers, and they're just going to run off and attack the opposition. So Koda sacrificed one of his cav units for 2 Berserker units. It's a well and truly a great little sacrifice, because these Berserkers are absolutely maxed out. These Berserkers are probably best part of 4,000 denarii, and they're going to be the main attacking force of our alliance here, of our allies. So what's going to happen now? These Berserkers are just going to frantically charge into the opposition. So what we need to do is surround and chase and make sure that these Berserkers are well supported. So as you can see, the Germans, the Julii, the Greeks, they're all going to aggressively push forward to try and support these Berserkers. Now what I decided to do in my smart move, or my stupidity as you can say, I'm going to charge my Carthaginians in here to try and stall Beast and try and stall Mohamed. So I'm going to try and get my guys into the centre of these 2 armies, but as I'm doing that, I'm going to take a lot of damage from all of this peeler. If you've got a stopwatch, now is the time to start it. So I'm going to get my little stopwatch going now and just see how long it actually takes for these Carthaginians to actually last, taking out these 2 Roman factions. I thought I was playing smart. It's not really the smartest move in hindsight. My guys get stuck by Mohamed, which is alright. I'm trying to stall Mohamed, but in comes Beast in my rear. I try and box my guys up whilst this is going on. It looks like the Germans are aggressively pushing forwards in support of the Julii team, and they're going to cause a nice little rout for SPQR. On my side here, as you can see, I've now been absolutely surrounded. We're not even on 45 seconds. We've now hit 45 seconds. 50 seconds. There we go. In 50 seconds, I've managed to successfully throw away all of my sacred bands. In 50 seconds, best part of my army, 1500 units, all gone. So I thought I was going to be able to stall the opposition for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Wishful thinking. I played appallingly bad. I threw away all my sacred bands. I'm now knocked out of the battle. But on the mean side here, it looks like the SPQR player has actually been knocked out. Koda has been taken out. But sadly, in doing so, nearly all of the infantry of the Germans have all gone. The only thing that the Germans have got is basically the Gothic Cav. And the Gothic Cav, but they're okay, but they're no great shakes at the end of the day. So it's now turned into a 3 versus 2. But the 3 is going to be Beast Titans, Mohamed from the the Heaven Clan, and Wolves Parker versus the Greek player, Beast, and the Julii player. Yes, Polish Legion still has a couple of units left, but these units are going to be useless at the end of the day, unfortunately. The Berserkers are down to maybe 1 or 2 men. They're not really going to do any damage. It's just really a case of trying to rout as many of Wolf Parker's guys, but Wolf Parker's guys are going to come back any moment now. So as you can see, I've played appallingly bad there. I've thrown away all my Carthaginians. Unfortunately, Polish Legions lost his Berserkers really early on in the battle, and that's really put us down to a detriment. So we've really been on the back foot from literally the first 5 minutes of that game. We'll say first 5 minutes from the first engagement, we've been on the back foot. So in comes the Julii player here. He's come in, he's charged into the back of these guys, which caused a bit of a rout. They're doing really well there. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be a case of fighting a losing battle. Now in comes Beast Titans. He's come around the flank here. As you can see, his guys are coming around the side here. Mohamed stalling the Greeks here, and what's going to happen is they're going to make a nice little sandwich of these Greeks and the Julii. And once the Brutii swing around from all the different sides here, you can see they're here, and at the back here, totally being surrounded. Nice little sandwich being built here. In comes Beast with a cav charge. That's going to cause these guys to rout any second now. Once these guys rout, it's going to cause a chain rout, which is going to cause this general to rout any moments now, I'm guessing. Once that general routs, that's going to cause the rest of the Julii units to instantaneously rout. And once the Julii units are routed, it's basically just going to be the Greek player here just on his own, and he's going to get surrounded. And once he gets surrounded, his guys are out. So in comes Beast. Yep, Julii units are now routed. There's a couple of units left. Although these Spartans are doing a sterling job aggressively pushing forwards, they're now out of formation. They're now kind of surrounded, and now they're just going to get absolutely munched up. So at this stage, it looks like they were having a bit of a glitch going on regarding our connections, but it was okay. The battle basically came to an end, as you can see here. Beast, the Greek player here, has lost his guys. His guys are now being surrounded, and now they're all going to be just hacked to death by all of these Urbans and all this Praetorian cav. Now, when the end of this battle comes, unfortunately, because the connection broke when actually making this video, when actually playing this game, I think it might have been the Julii player, or it might have been Koda or Beast who actually hosted this game. And unfortunately, the connection broke, and therefore I haven't actually got the end scorecard. But as sad as it sounds, I actually can remember what the stats were, or I can remember what certainly one of the stats were. I managed to field 1500 Carthaginians. Now with 1500 Carthaginians, you thought I might be able to get a few decent kills, but I managed to only get 100 kills, which is pretty impressive, in that that is impressively bad to manage to do that. To manage to field 1500 men, but only yet to kill 100 of the opposition. It was appallingly bad. It's just amazing that I did so bad. So if you guys want to try and beat that, try and field 1500 Carthaginians and try and get less than 100 kills. It's going to be pretty hard going to try and play as bad as I played. It was a heroic defeat, or a heroic victory to the opposition. The word crushing doesn't really come into play. We absolutely got obliterated. Now, just to give you a little synopsis of that little replay, two things to take back. One, if you see the opposition bringing berserkers, and if you can, try and go in for a little cav charge. That will set the berserkers off. Once those berserkers are off, the opposition who have got those berserkers can do nothing. The only thing they can do is make sure that those berserkers are supported. If you're playing as Carthage, don't try and aggressively push forward and try and take out two Roman players. If you get surrounded and hit by Pila, you guys are going to instantaneously rout. So two things to take from that little replay. I thought I'd put up this game just to show you that basically you can't win them all at the end of the day. Some days I have a good day, some days I have a bad day. I know when it came to playing this set of games this time last week, I pretty much had a bad losing streak. I think nearly every game I played, I got my ass kicked. So at the end of the day, I'm only human. I thought I'd put up these replays just to show you how bad battles can be sometimes, and hopefully it's a bit of entertainment for you guys. So if you like the battle, leave a little comment, thumbs up, leave a little subscription. I always love to see the guys that are watching and leaving comments to my videos. I really do appreciate it, and most importantly, I appreciate you taking out your time to watch these videos at the end of the day. I really do appreciate that. So hopefully you enjoyed it. This is Biscuits signing out, wishing you all the best, and thanks so much for your time. Bye now.